When Henry Cavill announced that he was leaving the Witcher series, you knew that Netflix was in trouble. Because if Henry Cavill, the guy who was born to play Geralt, who loves this character, who says that he wants to play him for as long as they tell stories that honor the source material, for him to leave, you know the reason. You know the reason is because these showrunners, these writers, these creators have destroyed the Witcher lore from the books and from the games, and he was done with it. And what did we see in the aftermath? We saw so many people saying, hey, we love Henry Cavill. That's the only reason we're still watching this series. If you don't bring him back, we're not going to watch anything else you do. First, the fans made their voices heard because The Witcher Blood Origin, a prequel series that now nobody cares about, that is lore-breaking, that is destroying Witcher canon, people resoundingly said, we're not watching this. Look at the ratios, 166,000 dislikes to 41,000 likes on the teaser. And then the actual trailer came out, same result. Comments flooded with, if you don't bring back Cavill, we're not watching. Well, now it looks like the woke critics, the ones who the show is made for, even they despise it. Look at the first reaction to The Witcher Blood Origin, 42% from the critics. That's bad, especially when you consider these are the same critics that love something like She-Hulk, something like Rings of Power. And now, when they put diversity forefront, that was the one thing they really wanted to think about for this, even the woke critics don't like Blood Origin. This honestly could be the end of all the Witcher shows on Netflix. If this is the result that we're getting, if this is the way it's being received, now that Henry Cavill has completely parted ways with this franchise, the one guy that was still bringing people in despite the fact that season 2 went off the rails, despite the fact that he warned everybody that these people don't care about the lore, now that he's gone, Netflix may have an absolute disaster on their hands. And especially, like the showrunner knows it too. Lauren Hisrich is out there begging people to please watch this, begging people to please still watch The Witcher, begging people to watch Blood Origin. Likely because she knows it's bad, likely because they can tell that people are furious with them after Henry Cavill left. And the rumors surrounding Henry Cavill leaving had everything to do with the writers not caring about the source material. How many times have we heard this in Hollywood? How many times have we heard this, that the people who are making these stories, these reboots, these expansions, these prequels, whatever, they despise what came before it. That's exactly the case with The Witcher. Even though Lauren Hisrich is trying to, parse words here and say, well, I don't hate anything like that. Here was her response to those rumors. The Witcher showrunner denies any animosity towards the source material. Lauren Hisrich said she never mocked the books, and the writer's room was a safe and supportive space. Well, that's not really saying that the rest of the writers don't like the books, don't like the source material, is it? That's just saying that you never actively mocked it. This is all coming from writer Beau DeMayo, who was writing for The Witcher. I've been on shows, namely The Witcher, where some of the writers were not fans or actively disliked the books and games, even mocking the source material. It's a recipe for disaster. Well, then Lauren Hisrich finally had to respond to this after all the noise. I've never mocked the books. The books are my entire livelihood. I have a great relationship with Mr. Sapkowski. The writer's room is sacred and safe more than anything supportive spaces. Don't believe everything you read. That's not denying anything about the rest of your writing team. That's not saying anything about the writer's room. That's just a denial from you. You couldn't even deny that the rest of the people that are working on this show despise the source material. And this is all leading to a catastrophe. Blood Origin, a series in which they are changing the legacy and the lore of The Witcher. This came out just the other day. The Witcher's Blood Origin, executive producer Lauren Hisrich reveals prequel series to introduce a black elf as series ancestor. Completely contrary to the lore, completely contrary to the source material. But that's what these woke lunatics do. They only destroy. And we've seen this backlash. Henry Cavill leaving is the best thing that could have happened because now nobody's going to sit there and hang on to it. Nobody's going to sit there and watch just because they like Henry Cavill and try to ignore all the problems with this show. Now everybody's going to call it out for what it is. Apparently, even the critics don't like this garbage. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section below. I'll be very interested to see what the audience score is when this comes out based on the reaction to these trailers. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.